Dustin, Danny Mutassim, Anthony Di Domenico.
Okay, so
That's definitely something that. So it looks like they're going with a mega cup.
yep, 4-person cup, 3 behind, trapping them on the sideline there.
Yep. Nice, nice break there from Bentley. Couple of flicks and they look to put it through the cup. Nice in cut there from number 2. That is Drew Shuggy for Ice House Light. Bentley will trap themselves on their own sideline.
That's exactly what Dartmouth wanted. Get that disc to the sideline, put that 4-person trap on.
Yeah, and so Dartmouth will get excellent field position right on their own goal line. So I'm looking for an out the back cut, and instead comes from the front and score for Dartmouth. So Charlie putting Bentley at some discomfort there, and it is 1-0 in favor of the visitors from Hanover.
Check, check.
Check, check. Check, 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 check.
O-line walking back to the line now for Bentley. 1 break to nothing for Dartmouth.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No, I like the aggressiveness from Dartmouth's defense there, going with a mega cup there, trying to stall out Bentley there on the goal line. It worked almost to perfection. I mean, they had a couple of breaks, but nothing doing.
Yeah, it should be mentioned as, B teams, these are developmental players. Watching them warm up, some of these guys are playing Ultimate Frisbee for the first time, which is still rare these days, but does happen.
Yeah, no, it's been great to see the proliferation of the sport, even over the past 5 years. In terms of the number of teams that are playing, in terms of the number of kids who are getting involved in Ultimate.
What's amazing, just think, there's 77 teams here today, 36 fields. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
As we return to the action here, Dartmouth again will pull from left to right.
Dartmouth's got their sidelines firing up their D-line for the pull.
Yeah, I think they're going to need it. It's a bit nippy here this morning. See the fall starting.
Yeah, there was frost all over the fields when we got here earlier. Should warm up as the day goes on.
Yep. Backhand pull comes down to the sideline, and good break there. It comes out to Shuggy. Shuggy will give it out here to the near sideline. Good pivot foot established. Fakes a backhand, throws a forehand. Comes down. It comes out. Looks like Ice House is going to be using that. Is going to be using that break cut there if they want to make any sort of progress up the field. Gives it back to the near side. Throws turnover. Good poach down there by the deep for Dartmouth. They'll have it come up the sideline.
Bentley transitions to man, coming out of the turn.
Yep. Throw it up through the arms. Good look there. And caught down there. Good recovery cut. Almost had bookends, but instead he tosses it in for the score, and it is 2-0 early here for the Discomfort Trolley.
That just shows you never give up on the disc. It's going to float. If you follow it, good things will happen. Yep, looked like a turnover right there, right into a score.
Yep, and good hustle there by Discomfort Trolley. You could see he almost had bookends there. Bookends obviously being where you defense a pass and then catch a score out the other end on offense. But instead, give him a block, give him an assist.
Bentley make here. Dartmouth they're pretty much playing right into Dartmouth's hands in terms of swinging it to the line, getting trapped on the line, forcing hard throws. Be interesting to see if they come out here and try to do something deep right off the bat, get better field position for themselves.
Yeah, I wonder if you'll see a four-man play here from Bentley. Maybe just try and push someone deep. But as we saw in that last play, it looks like Dartmouth's deeps and mids are doing an excellent job, as the pull will come from right to left across your screen. It is out the side, and so Bentley will So Bentley will get to start it up at midfield and a little bit away from their goal line. If Bentley is looking to get something going, you could say this is probably a pretty good point for them to start. So they will set up in a looks like they have a hybrid stack going, hybrid side stack. Bentley will swing it out here to the near side.
Come right around in again, get trapped here again.
Yep. So they opt to swing it back. Looks like the
turnover on the sideline. Cutter wasn't expecting the throw.
Yep. As Dartmouth will look to make it 3-0 here. Swing it out to the center. Handler looking for continuation. He'll get it on the near sideline.
Nice D.
Good undercut there by the Bentley defense, and they will transition here to offense. Dartmouth again setting up in that big 4-person mega cup, looking to trap it on the sideline. And the mark for Dartmouth is doing a really good job angling his body away from the handler so that he doesn't have that easy dump pass. But nice breakthrough there from Bentley. They will look to move it up. Good strike cut there from the winger. Will opt to give it back to the handler. Bentley making slow, methodical work up the field, and it might be just what the doctor ordered for light ice house. As Bentley will turn it over.
It's 2 times in a row they got stuck on that line, had to force it upfield to a turn.
Yeah, it looks like they were just trying to jam it up the sideline, which is unsuccessful more often than not, as the dump pass.
Ooh, nice break. Dropped by 16.
Yeah, it's a good look, and the throw was there, but just unable to connect. As Bentley will look to find it up, and it will fall down, looking to find that undercutter.
Bentley gave him too much time on the turnover. You don't give him time to set up their zone. You got to move quickly.
Yeah, they'll come out from number 4 over to number 16. They'll come down to the near sideline. Bentley looking to force it towards that near sideline, but instead it'll be a break by Dartmouth, and Dartmouth will work it up to lethal gutter.
Good defensive attempt.
Yeah, it's good. Good
throw to
handball.
no one.
I like the aggressiveness, but no, you're right, Mike. No one was home.
No one was heading for that cut either.
It looked like they were number 4 wanted that big deep puck, but they were more content to just work it up the field as the swing pass is dropped, and Dartmouth will take over again with excellent field position. They have approximately a yard to go to make it 3-0. Looking to make an end in for the score, and it is 3-0. It is 3-0 here in the early going. Yeah. So what are you seeing here from Dartmouth here that you're liking, Mike?
Oh, their 4-person cup is aggressive. Bentley certainly isn't taking advantage of the whole field. Not kind of comfortable with that throw over up and top to the other handler who's not getting the disc at all. And they're forcing Bentley to make mistakes. And then, like you said, after turnovers, they're in easy field position to get easy scores. And then they're taking advantage of their one-on-one matchups. Number 16 from Dartmouth is a pretty good cutter. He's been pretty uncoverable in the middle of the field. I think Bentley definitely needs to make an adjustment here in terms of we can't be turning it over within 10 to 20 yards of our own goal line. That's just free scores. If you don't like anything, rather than jamming it up the sideline, send it 60 yards down the field. Maybe your wing from the other side comes and gets it. If he doesn't, Dartmouth still has to go 70 yards back. Turning it over in your own red zone is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, no, I wonder if you're Bentley's coach, if you even consider dropping one of the wings or one of the middles back to be a kind of a 4th rotational horizontal handler, just to get that make that cup run a little bit more. So then you could potentially.
That's a great point, because the cup's not having to work at all right now. They're just kind of standing in the same 10-yard space. They're not moving it side to side. I think Bentley needs to move the disc quicker too. They're getting the disc. There's continuation throws there, and they're kind of passing on them.
Yeah, as the Pole will have a favorable roll for a light ice house. The swing will go to the far sideline, and looking to get it up, and he will throw it away. Looks to be a slight miscommunication there, and throws it in for the score.
Dartmouth takes advantage of the turnover right away.
Yeah, I mean you can't fault light ice house's defense on that one. There was nobody back there, and so it is 4-0 in favor of Discomfort Trolley. Yeah, it looks to be a little bit of stagnation on Bentley's part. Maybe get those middles rotating out.
They're letting Dartmouth dictate the game. I don't think they've had any conversation in their line about what we're doing because it seems like they keep doing the same thing. Pull comes down, give it to a handler. Handler throws it holds it for 5 or 6 seconds. Then it usually leads to a turnover. Like you said, maybe that handler play needs to get better too. Some of the handlers, you've got your one handler you're trying to reset to, then you've got your sideline handler, and that person's staying up there. He needs to take an angle in where he can also be an option to get the frisbee to, because if they can get it off to him, they can get it to the other side of the field and use some of that space, and like you said, get the cup start to move. I mean, there's no reason for Dartmouth to change what they're doing right now defensively until Bentley shows that they can beat it.
No, it's like the old adage says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As the pull will come from right to left across your screen, it is a good floating backhand, and Bentley will take over from their own goal line. Throws up. No, it's like you were saying, it looks like they're just holding on to it too much. I mean, they've got a good shape to their offense. It looks like they're just thinking about it too much.
Yep.
As 69 will give it back to 28.
First game of the day, first game of potentially the year for this team together. Shaking off some of the rust.
Yeah, it looks to be a. Looks like there was a call. Looked like it might have been out of bounds. Appears that is the call, and Dartmouth will take over. It looks like they will set up with a vertical stack, and the toss to the end zone. It is dropped. The throw was there, the cut was there. Just couldn't execute out the back end, and Bentley will get another chance.
That was a well-designed play. Worked exactly like they wanted it.
Dartmouth again working with that 4-person cup. Dump comes back for number 28. 28 surveying options.
With that crossfield wind too, it's hard to go up and over that cup. Send a hammer or a scooper to the other side of the field. It's not going to work in that crossfield wind.
No, agreed. As the break attempt falls just short, and that throw will come up, and it is
nice
in for the score. Good ups there from Dartmouth, and it is 5-0 in favor of Dartmouth.
These games to 15 or 13?
I believe 15, but it could very well be 13. Yeah, it looks like
Bentley's taking a timeout here to try to adjust, figure out what they want to do against this 4-person cup look.
I like the timeout call. That's.
I agree. I would have called a timeout here too. Time to just check back in, relax, get your head together, and say, hey, what do we want to focus on for the rest of this game?
Yeah. Maybe go over some cup busting plays, some techniques.
Give and goes between the handlers could work. There's a lot of space in that cup, but you've got to move it quick. If you can get a couple give and go handler moves through there, then you can get it through to your poppers, and then you can get it out to your wings and start getting some fast break offense going. Right now, like you said, they're just being too stagnant, kind of staying there, not being very creative with how they're trying to attack that cup.
Yeah, because I can definitely see there are some breakthrows there. They have those options. They're thinking.
And then you think that 1 second too long, and then that open look is gone.
And then next thing you know, stall counts in the 7, 8, 9s, and then really all you have left to do is panic and throw it away.
Yep.
But no, it's been the score is not indicative of how close this game has been. I think both teams are quite evenly matched. It's a good first game of the morning. Hopefully, if you're watching at home or on the road, you got your warm beverage of choice. So we have taken a short time out here on the Maine Ultimate YouTube channel.
Dartmouth's focus right here is, hey, just keep it going, calling this timeout to stop our momentum. Let's keep that same intensity that we're coming out with. Dartmouth also seems to have a bigger roster. I don't know if that's their A and B team. I would think that's their A and B, and maybe their A has a bye. But even before in warm-ups, when I was watching Bentley warm up and Dartmouth warm up, Dartmouth seemed to have bigger numbers, so a little deeper. And the Dartmouth guys warming up, their throws seem to be a little crisper than Bentley.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I've also seen a couple of throws from Dartmouth that look suspiciously professional. So
Yep.
so I wonder if that's been a factor. Now I have a couple of A players who just want to come down and play a warm up game before Pain Train for Dartmouth will play later on in the day. And we are back. Looks like the wind has picked up here a little bit. Definitely look out for that as a factor.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the puller does with this wind. I'll try to take advantage of it. He's going to try to roll something here. Wind's going to push it out right up into us, so do you start, way left and try to bring it through the air? Be interesting to see what he does here.
Yeah, so I wonder if you try a forehand pull here. Maybe try and get something to roll.
Yep.
As he has a hand.
You're right. It was a flick pull.
It looks like he just floated up high, and it will curve out. Pretty decent field position for Bentley. As Dartmouth will set up in that 4-person cup. Okay, so Bentley opting to go with that drop handler, and that swing pass has to go a little bit.
Yeah, that was their adjustment. Drop their handlers back so you can get that swing and take advantage of that space.
Yep. But good utilization of that middle in cutter, and good defense there from Dartmouth, and they will take right on over and swing it out to midfield, faking a couple forehands. Opting in, Bentley deciding to stick with their man defense. Dartmouth methodically working up the field. Good in cut there by number 16. He will look to get it off.
Nice break.
Yep, good find. And it looked like there was a foul call. Doesn't affect the play, and so they're saying it does affect the play.
I don't know how there's a turnover here. Interesting.
Maybe it was
out of bounds.
Yeah, out of
potentially.
bounds.
Yeah, that sideline looks weird over here because you think those advertisement placards are right up against the field, and they're not. They're about 5 yards off the field.
Yeah, as just another turnover there from Bentley, and Dartmouth will get another chance to really start putting up a crooked number here.
Yeah, 33 is having a rough day as the main handler. That's about 5th or 6th turnover of the day. Ooh.
As a throw will come up, it's a pretty good one, but it falls in that Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda Triangle of nobody, and
wind got it and flipped it up, and it took off.
Yeah. Yeah, because again, it looked to be that good upfield cut there from Dartmouth, but the wind has something to say about it.
Yeah, it's definitely picked up significantly since the game started too. You can tell by the flag over here.
And that is going to be out of bounds. And it looked to be the right idea there from Bentley, but just chucked it out the side. So Dartmouth will take over with a short field again.
No dump.
Interesting strategy here from Dartmouth, opting not to go with a dump. Instead, they find that swing pass and throw in off the hands, and Bentley catches a break. Dartmouth again.
Straight in the 4-person cup. Oh, there you go.
Good cross field, but a little floaty, and it allows the cup to get there just in time.
Dangerous throw, but at least they're doing it. They need to take advantage of that space.
Yep. 33. Good job there by number 3 going up and getting it and preventing a potential Callahan. They're throwing it up the sideline. That
is a nice throw.
Oh, that is a good OI flick.
Need to see more of that against this zone. 51 just couldn't come down with it.
Yeah, although I like the I love the throw, and the throw comes up, and I don't think it ever came back down inbounds before reaching the end zone. But there.
Yeah, it landed inbounds in the end zone.
So Bentley will take over from their own goal line. Number 28 surveying his options. Love the.
It wasn't that far off. It's the right idea. I mean, that guy's wide open. You got to find a way to get it to him.
Love that cross-field hammer from your own goal line. As number 4 will put it up for grabs. It is anyone's disc at this rate, and it is defense.
Nice D by number 3.
Yep. Coming in late. Yeah, you can see the hands there from number 4. Just giving a shrug. I mean, you're up by 5. Might as well give it a shot. As number 33 will take over for a light ice house from his own goal line. Throw it in there. Nice break find up to number 3. Yeah, you see, number 2. You think you have to? He's just kind of hanging out there behind the cup, and you have to get him to actually go in.
Yep.
Force some movement from the cup right now. Because right now they could stand there all day and.
Yeah, he needs to be pushing in and out, making them think, making them change their position, and then, like you said, high stall, and you just got to get rid of it.
Number 4 will throw a crossfield. Good catch there by the man of the pink hat. We'll give it back to number 4. Little give and go action here from Dartmouth. We'll throw it up for 16. He jumped too early, and that's an easy defense for number 28 and for Bentley, who will put it up long. And number 51 needs to get on his horse and just out of the right. But no, it's like you said, Mike. That's the look that they're gonna have to go with.
Yeah, it's a good play. It changes field position. Now Dartmouth has to come all the way back down on you. Bentley needs to ratchet up their defense intensity in here and get it back.
Though it is Huck City as it comes right back the other way. Good defense there by number 3.
That's his second deep D of this point.
All right, Troll, we're in it, baby.
Oh, it was looked to be all there, but number 3 had an excellent read on it. And this is giving Dartmouth all sorts of time to set up on defense. So it looks like they're going with a 4-2-1, which I have not seen in a while.
There you go.
Oh, that is an excellent cut and good continuation just out of the fingertips. And Dartmouth will get another chance. Number 4 here for Dartmouth. We'll put it upfield. Good cut there. Dumps it back to number 4. Number 4 surveying his options, finding an in-cutter. Good cut and
foul called.
It looked like a foul called. Looks to be uncontested, so it will come back in on 0. And it looks like number 33 didn't really have to do much to get that foot block. And so 28 will take over for Bentley, and we'll put it crossfield with number 33. 33 will give it up to 51. Looks to be a little more movement here by Bentley,
making quicker decisions.
Yep.
Get that around right away.
Yep. And looks to be up. Look, correction. That's number 20 as opposed to number 28, as he will throw it up and over the head of his swing pass, and Dartmouth will have a short field yet again. Looks like that's really been killing Bentley, as he will throw it up and in for the score, and it is 6-0 in favor of Discomfort Trolley.
Yeah, 16's been their guy off the turn. He seems to be the guy that makes the one cut. I think that's about his second or third score in this game. This is a time in the game where if you're split into O and D lines, you let O start playing a little bit of defense so they can get warm for the rest of the day. It's been D heavy for Dartmouth. I don't think Dartmouth has had one O point, have they? Did they pull to start the game?
They did. It's just been it's been 6 straight breaks for them.
Yep.
but I think the average yardage they've had to go for their 6 points is about 15 yards.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. So I've seen them, have that kind of standard D offense, the huck and chase. That if the other team will turn down towards their goal line, you just kind of huck it and hope they turn it over, give you a short field. And
Yep.
that's been the storyline here this morning so far. As Dartmouth has a hand, we'll pull it from right to left. It pulled up, and that it looks like it is going to go out the side, the side, and
come into the brick mark. Wind's died down a little too. See if Bentley can take advantage of that on this point.
Yeah, you could see the puller compensating for the wind, but the wind just wasn't there.
Yep.
Having a little discussion with the sideline. Like they get it almost about midfield. So yeah, if you're Bentley here, just want to be chilly. Just want to work it up methodically up the field. Come out to the far sideline, and for number 33. Number 4 will drop back.
There you go. We haven't seen that yet this game.
Yep, good.
Crash into the cup.
Good crash motion there from Bentley.
Ooh, nice tee.
As the cup just kind of ran into the disc, and as 14 will put it up and in for the score.
Confusion on the turn on Dartmouth. Bentley didn't seem to match up well out of that turn. Didn't know who they had.
Yeah, it seemed to be a bit of a bang play for.
Which is also difficult to do when you're trying to go from them playing zone on you, trying to find your person. They didn't really get there.
Yeah.
Well, they're not leaving the field, so apparently the game is to 15.
Yeah, and so it is 7-0 here in favor of Discomfort Trolley. Yeah, I think if you're light ice house, the pieces are starting to come together. It's just a little bit. Yeah, I think they just need to stop thinking as much and just kind of go with your training, go with what you've worked on and practiced.
You can also see from the body language, number 33, and did you say that was 20 or 28?
20.
The handler walking back slowly. You're starting to see a little dejection in the body language starting to get down. Just got to remember here that this is developmental. It's the first game. We're just kind of getting back into the season. Nobody makes it to nationals till spring. Come out here and have fun and work on your game.
Yeah, and I mean you've had a long journey the day before to get up to Maine. Yeah, and it's before 10 o'clock in the morning. So.
Yep.
As the pull will come from left to right, and it is caught by 20, who will work it up to number 4. 4 looking for that swing pass instead, opposite fake. Dartmouth again going with their mega cup. Number 20 will dump it back to number 4. 4 will swing it out to 33, who will poke it up in the air and then catch it. That was really impressive there. This 33 will swing back to 4. 4 will turf it. And so it will again give Dartmouth a short field, looking to take half here.
You're right. The Bentley Poppers aren't doing their offense any favor. They're just kind of standing around. They're not really moving in and out of space.
Yeah, we'll give it up to number 23 for Dartmouth, and that is half. And so with the score 8-0 in favor of Discomfort Trolley from Dartmouth, we will take a short break here on the Maine Ultimate YouTube channel. Welcome back to the main Ultimate YouTube channel for the second half of action between Bentley B and Dartmouth B. Respective names, Light Ice House and Discomfort Trolley. As the incoming cutter, number 16, will grab it there for Dartmouth. No, it's like you were saying during halftime, Mike, this is the first time we've seen Dartmouth's offense on the field.
Bentley decides to stay in man rather than come out in zone, take advantage of the wind.
Interesting call. Could be a
Probably have a foul call here.
Looked to be a bit of a tackle there from Bentley. No argument there. So I wonder if at this rate Bentley is just wanted to practice there. And the big score.
I don't think he was in.
Oh no, he's not in. Premature call there from myself. Looking to connect with 16. Instead, it goes through his hands, and Bentley will take over. But excellent layout there from number 4.
Yep, upper body landed in, but feet had touched out of the end zone before he went in.
Put that on his highlight reel. It's currently the only thing.
A little bit of trash talk for the Dartmouth sideline. as Bentley in precarious territory here.
Dartmouth goes right back into that zone off a turn.
Well, it's been working for them all afternoon, so it looks like they're going for the bagel here. As number 20 will look to get off the near sideline, swing it back for number 4. 4 gives it.
Good work,
Good
good work.
up number 20. Throw that crossfield hammer, and it sits for 69, but it bounces off his hands. As number
Hammer
4
right
will
back at him.
hammer it the other way, and it back-to-back dropped hammers, and Bentley will take back over from their own goal line.
It's like the vertical camera, so it's like cropped off the wrong.
As number 4 will look
Stop
back.
that. Good work, Spencer. Great work, kid. Stop, continuation.
4 will give it good play, and good find up the near sideline, and Bentley is in business. As they will give it back to 20 over to 4. Looks to give that continuation swing up to 69 over his head. Need to be about a good foot taller there. And now Dartmouth will get a chance to really put up a crooked number here.
Bentley struggling to find their men coming out of the turn.
Swing it out to number 4 for Discomfort Trolley. 4. Give it to 16. That connection's been there all day. As 16 will give it up for Headband. He'll give it back to number 4. Bentley looks to have recovered. They're sticking with their people, but number 16 will find it in for the score.
Bentley cannot stay with 16.
Yeah, that 4 to 16 connection has been there all afternoon, and Bentley really doesn't have an answer for it.
If you watch Bentley coming out of this pull-in offense, so they've got their 3 handlers, their 2 poppers, their 2 wings. Poppers and wings were kind of arguing there. I think the poppers wrong. The poppers are being pretty stagnant in the middle of the field. They're not having any movement in and out, so they're not making Dartmouth have to react to them. And when you're just standing still, that's a hard target for a handler to get you the disc, because you're not. And if you watch, they're usually flat-footed too. They're not on their balls or their feet, so they can move side to side.
Yeah, no, that's definitely gonna be something to watch. Watch this next point to see how they come out, because no, if you're just flat-footed, you get those two mids that they can essentially drop down and be a fifth and sixth component of that cup. So basically, you just have six defenders in a very short area, and when you're just learning how to. Sorry?
Oh, nice.
Oh, awesome.
Games to 15?
Yeah, I thought they were 13.
Yeah.
They're ready to paint the fields too, so
This second half action brought to you by Breakmark Ultimate. As 33 will give it out to 20 for Light Ice House.
I like what the handlers are doing here. Move the disc. Move it. You don't have to sit it upfield.
Yeah, and
Get
then,
that cup running.
yeah, and get that.
Hammer over the top.
Yeah, no, but looked like they were starting to get it back there on offense. Get those couple of swing movements, and then that one up. And almost a good
Nice catch in traffic.
good defense there for number 51. Instead, 43 will take it for Dartmouth. Looking to find that. I think instead he will dump it back to a handler. Dartmouth will put it up. Good defense there for number 33. And surveying his options, will give it up to number 2.
Bentley coach was saying at half on turns like that he wants to see long cuts. Nobody went long out of the turn.
But they seem to be having that. Oh, good!
Ooh, nice D.
That was a good poach down there, coming all the way from the far sideline.
It was a wing defender, read it the whole way.
Yep. Now, unfortunately there for Bentley, it looked like they were starting to get into a bit of a rhythm there.
Ooh, nice break
And
throw.
that is an excellent break throw there from number 43 for who will celebrate with the silencer, and it is 10-0 in favor of Dartmouth.
Bentley just doesn't have many answers right now. They look a little beat, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, no, you can. The body language, body language says just about everything. But you can see they're starting to get. They're getting those swings. They're getting those swings. They're getting those strike cuts.
You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. We used to do this in the past when we weren't having success getting the frisbee up the field. We would have a rule that, hey, handlers, you guys need to throw it back 5 to 6 times before we even look upfield, because now you've got that cup moving and running. Once you can wear them down, right now with them just being able to stand there and stay in that space, they're not getting tired. They're just going to eat you alive. Once you get that cup running and you wear those guys down, those lanes up the field come open, and it looks like that's what Bentley's trying to do here in the half. Get that disc moving faster and just keep it moving, keep them running. Don't let them set up.
Yeah, it looks like it's starting to come together for them. Because you're not getting those 1 or 2 pass turnovers like you saw in the first half. But that is an excellent pull that sits up for Dartmouth, and they will give a relatively short field for Bentley. We'll give it up to number 33. 33. Surveyor's option. Good crossfield hammer, but falls out for nobody. Look, they're starting to become a little more risky, a little more.
Those throws are there. I mean, the wing's got to come down with that. You've got to keep yourself in a position where you can read and react and go get that. I mean, you're not going to be able to put a hammer and wind right on somebody's chest.
Stall count at 8 for Dartmouth, who will give it up.
Looks like we got a call here between the handler and the mark.
Yeah, looks like disc space. As 25 will set up here on the near sideline, who will put it up.
Nice
It is
shot.
A good one in for the score. That was an excellent find there for Dartmouth.
11-0 Dartmouth now.
Yeah, but it looks like Bentley. It's almost clicking. It is they are finally starting. They're finally starting to get their game together. But I think it might be a little too much too late to come back in this game. But no, for the rest of the tournament, it's definitely they're trending in the right direction.
From the looks of it too, in this developmental group, it looks like Dartmouth will be one of the stronger teams in this group. So, you won't be playing this level of competition the entire day. But this does seem to be trending to a shutout potentially.
That if current trends hold, it looks like that will be the case. As Dartmouth will pull from right to left across your screen.
I think at Bentley's next practice, they'll be working on facing a 4-person cup. Games like this give you an idea of, hey, it's early in the season. What do we have to work on? Here's some of the things. Here's some of the looks we saw this weekend. How are we going to deal with that in the future? You learn and grow as you have games like this.
I think he'll work on a little less stagnation, even if it has to be 2 feet from the handler. That's still have to reset. This will be a forehand pull here from Dartmouth, taken by number 4, given up to number 20, and handler opts instead to cut through. Good break though there from 20. We'll give up that. If he can just drop there by the wing. And Dartmouth will take over from about midfield. Throw will come up for the in-cutting player.
Nice break.
Yep. Good break. Looking to give and go, but just wasn't there. And so Bentley will take over from their own goal line.
Yeah, rush that throw. Lefty backhand over the top behind the cutter.
Again, it looks like on both sides, all the ideas are there. It's just a second or two late, or there's a drop, or good. Right on.
Another tough drop for 69.
He has good movement, but yeah, the drops have really started to kill Bentley as just shy of the goal line and in score. Good continuation cut there from Discomfort Trolley, and it is 12-0. It's been that's been the story of the afternoon. It's been short fields for Dartmouth, making those good 1-2 throws, and then
a lot of time left in this game. About 40 minutes. So it doesn't look like they're gonna use the entire time allotted, but that gives you some time before your next game to sit down and kind of reflect and talk about, hey, what type of adjustments we want to make for the rest of the day. What type of day do we want to have here? I mean, nobody likes going out there and getting killed 15-0, but it'll be interesting to see how Bentley bounces back after this one. It'll also be interesting to see what adjustments Dartmouth makes the rest of the day when they do play somebody that can shred up that 4-person cup.
Yeah, I would love to follow Bentley for the rest of the day. See how they respond.
Starting to warm up too, which is nice. Probably gone up about 5 degrees since the game started.
As 17 will, and it floats up for 4.
Oh, they're in man for the first time here.
Yeah, it looks like they've opted to go away from that Mega Cup.
Stall's got to be getting high here.
Yeah, it looked like it was, and Dartmouth will come out, and defense looked. They tried an inside out flick, and it just hung up too much.
Bentley's poaching off the sideline handler.
Yep.
Ooh, right into the poach, couldn't get it.
Yep. No, right idea there from Bentley, but just out of the reach. And good grab there, right in front of the defense, and he lays out for it. And number 43 will throw it away. bit of waste on an excellent bid effort there from Dartmouth.
2 layouts on the goal line, 2 turnovers for Dartmouth this half. You got all that adrenaline going when you come up from a big bid. You got to take a second, take a deep breath, and make that throw.
Yeah, as 51 is breaking long, but the throw wasn't there, as it will come up again, and that is another drop for Bentley. And so Dartmouth again will have about 10 yards to go for the end zone and in for the score. That is 13-0 in favor of Discomfort Trolley.
That's really been the story today for Bentley. Right there in that man look, they're stagnant in the stack too. There's not really movement. It's just one person cutting at a time. They have to be moving as a unit, going up and down the field. Looks like we have another timeout here.
This timeout brought to you by Breakmark Ultimate, providing quality ultimate gear to the ultimate community for the past 13 years.
Drops can become contagious too. I think that's part of the conversation now, guys. 2 hands on the disc, see it through the catch. a lot of unforced errors has led to a lopsided game here. I mean, Dartmouth certainly played some good offense, played some good D, but there's been a ton of unforced errors on Bentley's side in terms of drops and throwaways.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a good learning game for them. Because all the movements there, looks like that. Yeah, movements there, the ideas are there. You can see they're starting to incorporate some hammers, some crossfield looks into it. But again, it's been just the fundamentals. Just seeing the disc all the way to your hands, getting those nice short throws. A little less stagnation, and you have yourself a good B squad. I wonder if the temperature has anything to factor in. But again, you haven't really seen that on Dartmouth's side.
No.
So.
It's interesting too because Dartmouth got here a little after Bentley when we were setting up, but Bentley kind of sat around for a bit rather than getting out, getting loose right away, getting through your active warm-ups. Dartmouth definitely. Bentley kind of just went out and threw, then did some drills. Dartmouth went out there, active warm-up, did some sideline sprints, and then did some drills that incorporated a lot of, running and moving. So, they've definitely come out more ready to play than Bentley did.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely shown. The scoreboard is at 13-0, as Dartmouth will pull. Big floating backhand here for Dartmouth. It is taken at the goal line by Bentley, looking to make that quick
out
throw.
Man again.
Yep. Looks like Dartmouth has abandoned the zone in favor of a man look.
Wind is picking up this point.
Yep. And good poach there by number 2 for Dartmouth, and they will take over at about midfield. Number 13 will give it up. Drop there, and a turn for Bentley. Strike cut is there, and falls in between a couple of ice housers, and so the discomfort trolley men will take over right in front of us. Forces to the near sideline.
Oops.
Good, and it's full. And it just it goes through and looks like number two for Light Ice House. Looks like he went for the massive swat and just came up empty.
Thrown behind him a little bit coming out of the stack. Dartmouth gets it right back.
As 13 in the dark gray and black will take over. And looks like a give and go instead.
Good defense.
Good defense there from Light Ice. I was looking for the long huck, and it will fall down short.
Right idea though.
Yeah, as number 25 telling everyone to just be calm. Got a good poach there by number 2 for Bentley. As 25 will give it up, and it is
down.
Dropped.
Almost a good bid there.
I thought potentially he was going to tip it up, and then as that deep look there for Icehouse, and
caught
it. Number two for Discomfort Trolley looked to have a read on it, but it just fell down into the arms of that Light Icehouse cutter, and so they will have it at the step of their own end zone, looking to prevent that shutout. Comes
Nice
out for
cut.
33 and turfs it. It's been a rough day for him.
It has. Just rush that throw. His lower body wasn't set, and just all upper body right into the ground.
Now I wonder if adrenaline had a factor on that. Now as the boom will go to tip up and swatted out of the air at the last second by the defense. Looked to be a wholesale tip drill going there from Discomfort Trolley, as number 3 will take it for Light Icehouse. We'll look to put it up. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Looked like 51 was zigging when the handler expected him to be zagging. and Discomfort Trolley will take over from their own goal line.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Dartmouth can take it down the whole field here. Ooh. I think the wind is starting to have some effect on these drops too.
Yep, as you can see, even within our own booth, papers are starting to fly a little bit. As number 3 will make an in-cut, will cycle out. Light Ice House looking to get it off their own end side, and it'll fly through the hands of number 51, who will stop the roll. And it will be Discomfort Trolley's disc here at midfield. We'll throw it down here to the near sideline. Swing it back to the middle. Looking to put that good outside in throw, and it falls just short. Again,
Bentley gets another chance at that first goal.
Yep.
They're moving it here against this Dartmouth D line. It's just, again, story of unforced errors all day long for Bentley. Little bunched up in the stack there.
Well, a little bunch up. It looks to be a little far away, but the idea is there, and looks like that. Good interception there from Dartmouth. Yeah, it looks like that throw just kind of that hung up on his fingers a little bit too long. That the idea was there and caught for the score. It is 14-0 in favor of Dartmouth.
I think Bentley is also putting some of their developmental players in positions where they have to touch the disc and have to handle the disc. So, maybe not putting their best handlers, having them pick up, having maybe newer players pick up right now so they can get some of that game time experience. If you turn it over here, it doesn't really matter. It's 13-0. We're probably not coming back and winning this game, but let's get some of our weaker throwers touching the disc in some game time situations as, we're developing them for the spring.
Sure, and it's invaluable as a former player. It's invaluable to get that game time experience.
100%.
It's also having all that time just sitting around when you're getting beat down on. It's good to kind of get into the game, start running around a little bit.
So we've got 14-0 Dartmouth. This could be a potential game point.
Yep, with a little over half hour to go. So Ice House looking to put a 1 on the board here as we have a hand from both sides.
I would like to see him get one here. No one likes getting shut out.
As throw will come, it looks to be
good field position.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're not really going down when you're kind of going across the wind. It's been that way. It's been that way all game. But I wonder if they've drawn up a play here.
Oh, they're back in there, 4-person cup.
I guess they good around and looking to make that continuation throw, and Bentley turns it over. Dartmouth will swing it off the sideline. Looking for that continuation on, opts instead to dump it.
This would be Dartmouth's 14th break of the game. Oh, good bid by Bentley.
Yep.
Oh, there's a nice D.
Yeah, looking to get that quick continuation throw, but Bentley read it all the way. As 4 will swing it out for number 3. Yeah, it looks like number 33 has that right idea, and they often said looking to get that short strike throw instead. They will turn it over, and Dartmouth has a chance to end the game right here. Throwing it up the sideline. Calls for the D to be chilly. Come from the sideline.
Number 4's had a good game.
Number 4 opts to not be chilly.
He's had a good game handling, but I think
looked like Dartmouth was looking potentially for a greatest there, but it was dropped out of bounds, and so
I jinxed him getting ready to sing his praises.
But regardless of the jinx, no, he has that connection between number 4 and number 16 has been there all game. You can see number 16 on the far sideline talking with some players, and Dartmouth has opted to return to their zone. They're 4-2-1. Number 4 will give it to number 33. 33 looks off that continuation and will opt instead to dump it back to number 4. 4 will throw it up. 4 looking for that huck again, and it will go out the sideline.
Nice look, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some of the best movement they've had against this cup all day.
Yeah, the movement was there. The force is called away, and Dartmouth will take over. Looks off, fakes the forehand again. Opts to put it up, and
nice
good defense there by number 33, by number 3, who opts taking himself, looking for that.
Out of bounds, gonna move him back in.
As 3 is looking for that big throw, he's gonna put it up, and just a bit too long.
Oh, watch it!
Oh, jeez. Good awareness there on the end. To not run into the
Rich Young needs to get those goalposts out there before we get somebody killed here today.
So, as you can see, there is a distinct lack of padding on that. So as number 4 will put it up long.
Dartmouth's reading it. 33 with the D.
As number 33 for Icehouse. As you can see, he has good hands, good defensive awareness, and
Turf's another one.
And look to make that quick backhand upfield, and instead put it down on the carpet.
Another chance for Bentley.
A little bit of miscommunication there with Dartmouth. And number 4 for Bentley will fake the hammer. We'll give it up to number 3. Look to have a couple of all they had mismatch. Instead, he will put up a really floaty backhand, and Bentley comes down with it. They have a golden opportunity here if they can just be chilly, as number 33 will grab it for Bentley. He will opt to take the safe pass, and number 4 looking to get that swing pass will just put it down on the ground. As Dartmouth looking to take over. Is that a foot block? I believe
it was.
It was blocked. It was blocked the foot, but Dartmouth comes up with it. As number 4 will put it up yet again.
Another D by Bentley.
And a tag team effort there from Bentley, and Bentley looking to hold pole. As number 4 for Bentley here. We'll give it to 33, who overruns the disc, and so Dartmouth with a prime opportunity here. The disc is tapped in.
That's a nice throw.
That is a wonderful throw off the fingertips. No, good recognition there, Mike. The throw was there. It hung up perfectly, but just off the fingertips of the streaking cutter.
That one football glove, receiving glove, looks not working.
Seems to be increasingly popular nowadays, but working against him there, as a forehand will be turfed there by number 4, and so Dartmouth with yet another chance to punch it in and put an end to this one.
I'm impressed by Bentley's effort. You know, it's 14-0, and they're still, in on every cut, playing hard.
Yeah. That's twice he's bailed out. He's bailed Dartmouth out. As number 4 will give it up, and that is that is all. Good throw there. Good throw there to end it, and the final here from the first developmental game of the afternoon is 15-0 in favor of Discomfort Trolley. As you can see, Rich Young our tournament coordinator, getting the paint crew out to put a logo up here at midfield.
Nice.
yeah, it looked to be that zone defense for Discomfort Trolley was really working from the get go, and they didn't let up until very very late.
Yeah, and Bentley adjusted to it too late. Later in the game, you saw them start moving in and out of that cup a little bit more. I'd like to see them do a little more of that, as well as a little more handler give and go. Get that cup moving. If on a windy day like this, if you're just going to let the 4-person cup just play one side of the field, you're going to be in trouble.
No, and Bentley was in trouble. But it looked like it looked like right there at the end of the day they almost looked like they almost had a couple points there at the very end. They were getting that movement, that side to side movement, that in and out cutter movement right there. So definitely some positives for Bentley there at the tail end of the day.
Now they've got their coach talking about the next game. Time to regroup, move on. Next game is 0-0.
So the next game here on the Maine Ultimate Movement, Maine Ultimate broadcast brought to you by Maine Movement, will be Wesleyan B against Smith B. So that game will be coming up at 10:45. Is that right? 10:45.
Yes.
Awesome. Middletown, Connecticut. Yeah.
Okay.
And welcome back to the UMaine Ultimate YouTube live stream for this second matchup here on the showcase field. This matchup showcases the Wesleyan College Vicious Circle against the Luna Disc Smith from Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts. Wesleyan loves. So they have gone to D3 Nationals the past 3 years in a row. They are highly competitive athletes and also the silliest goofy goons. Joy for growth for playing for their teammates are at the center of their communities. And for Smith, Luna Disc loves to bring the focus and their A game. The team consists of around 25 players from all ages and backgrounds. In Ultimate, they love dancing to Lizzo, eating healthy snacks, and being spicy. For Wesleyan, Cordray McCain, Eliza Eaton, Lila Lifton, Marin Burris, Sarah Mount, Sarah Wu, Shira Excel Mednick, Sophia Murtaugh, Stair Hesseling, and Sydney Taylor House. For Smith, Amparo Saubidet, Anna Carton Smith, Anna Lynch, Becky Braverman, Cecilia Roth-Eagle, Ember Plummer, Emma Schwartz, Lisa Shore, Livy Weld, Molly Amber, and Rebecca Marmer. So with the strong game that Wesleyan brings to the table, so I'm going to look for them to make a quick start here and see if Smith can counter.
Yeah, it'll be interesting too because it.
Yeah, as you might be able to hear on the live stream, Wesleyan off. Sorry, Smith off to our left, out calling lines. They appear to have won the toss.
Both teams seem organized and ready to play. Should be a good match.
Yeah, both teams have had some time to shake the morning sleep out of their eyes. A little bit later in the morning.
Is this game one for them?
I'm not sure. But I believe it. But I believe it to be so.
Looks like Wesleyan played BCB before this, and Smith played UHA. So this is their second game of the day.
So we will have the scores of those games later. Yep. But no, as you could see in the previous game we had streamed, both teams seem to be a little sluggish right off the bat. So look for teams that have a game under their belts already today.
Yeah, the wind seemed to die down a little from where it was when we started the last game. Still a tad windy, a little chilly. Not as chilly as it was at 9 a.m. Definitely temperatures coming up. But we'll see if weather's a factor here at all.
Yep.
What's the wind doing? Has it shifted a little bit?
It appears to have shifted. So during game one, it was blowing straight at us, but now it seems to be blowing. So across your screen, it appears as if Smith will be pulling upwind. And and in the spirit of them liking to dance to Lizzo, they'll be looking to come out with some tempo here. It appears as if Smith is waiting for the wind to die down, looking to pull upwind. Here, Wesleyan ready on your right. Disc is up, and we are all set for game number 2. The backhand is up, and it plops down around midfield. Will roll back, and it is excellent starting field position for Wesleyan. Wesleyan looking to start out with a horizontal stack. Good,
Nice catch by 24.
and good continuation there by number 17, but just past, just out of the reach. Yeah, look like they're trying to find Sarah Wu there, but just out of the reach, and we get to see Smith, and we get to see Smith's D-line offense.
3 handlers set with a vertical stack.
Interesting. It's the first time we've seen somewhat of a T offense, as it falls right into the hands of the cutter. Excellent work there by Smith. So puts a crossfield swing, looking to work it up.
Oh, here we
get
go.
it there, and there's the put, and just drops it short. Just drops it short of the goal line.
Smith looked good there. Moved the disc well, using advantage of the whole field.
As Wesleyan with a chance here to hold serve. And that will not stay up. That will not stay up for Swan, and Smith here with a short field looking to make a break. So we'll put it up and it will fall.
Good dump defense there, forcing that upfield turnover.
Yeah, looked like Smith may have gotten caught disc watching there, but
Wesleyan's been slow to start their cuts.
Yep. As Swoodson in the middle of the field will grab it. Good continuation throw there. The backhand is dropped.
Nice D by the Smith defender, cutting that ender and then going deep.
Yep, as it is caught and then fumbled. It looked like the cutter there for a second had the disc in her hands and just kind of dropped it.
Both teams a little sloppy as they're filling each other out here. 40 with the D.
Yeah, nice defense there by Smith. And looking for the bookends, and just can't get there.
That was a nice throw by the woman that picked up the disc. Drops were a theme in last game and are a theme to start this second game here.
Yeah, so that looked to be Anna Lynch trying to find Anna Carton-Smith there, but Carton-Smith just unable to get there. And now Wesleyan will get the chance. Good.
There's an opener.
So what I've liked from Wesleyan, the movement has been quite good. They're getting a lot of open looks. I think as this game warms up, as Carton-Smith will grab it here for Smith, and just short of the goal line, Smith with a chance to take the first break of the game and throws it up and in.
Nice play.
Yep. Good crossfield movement there from Smith, and it is 1-.
Who caught that? Sclairs moving their offense, their defensive turnover offense through her, having her pick up on a turn. That was nice handler play by her. Woman that caught it on the goal line didn't seem to have the most wider range of throws. She did a great job of faking the dump and beating her player up line for the score.
Yep. No, extremely good disc movement for a D line. And so Smith will do it again.
We got the goalpost garters here in game 2. That's a good touch, as we almost had a player run into the goalpost last game.
Yep. Good job by Rich Young getting the goalposts guarded. And it will be Becky Braverman for Luna Disc out of Smith College. Will put it up and in, and Wesleyan will start with pretty decent field position. Smith coming out with a person look. put it. That's Student Hild who will throw it up and put it. Looked like she just wanted a little bit more air under that forehand because the look was there. It was a good cut there, by Wesleyan, but couldn't execute out the back end. Good cut there.
Foul called. Berryman called a foul on the throw.
Yeah, that looked to be Anna Lynch there with the cut. Some friendly discussion. Looked like the defender just got out the way of the throw there.
Still some discussion going on.
Yeah. Guess it must be a question of disc space.
Person on the mark may not know the rule. Maybe a new player and teammates coming to kind of give some rule clarification.
Well, it is day one of a two-day tournament. So if you're going to learn the rules, go with the fundamentals. Now is the correct time to do so. Yeah, I think maybe it was a question of if the person followed, if the person followed through, and that's when the contact happened.
All right, we got a contested foul. Disc coming in on 4.
The disc coming, and Lynch with a long cut and dropped it.
Smith, the person that dropped it, hasn't picked up her person.
Yep.
Thrower couldn't take advantage.
But she gets a break as Wesleyan will turn it over for the second time this point. So it will be Braverman.
Looks like they want to switch the disc.
Braverman.
I did notice the disc look a little tacoed on the last pull.
Braverman not wanting some salsa with that taco.
Nice of Wesleyan let him take it out because usually you got to finish the point with the disc before you switch it.
Well, might have worked in Wesleyan's favor as Smith will turn it over right here in front of Wesleyan's goal line. And she will dangle that forehand down, looking for a ooh, good. That's a risky swing. And it is just kind of, and it is put on the turf here by Wesleyan. So Smith will look to make a quick work of this. It is a good hawk. It is up and
nice
caught.
Grab.
That is an excellent grab, and Lynch is all alone in the end zone and can't get there. Look, she didn't take a.
Yeah, that can't happen. I mean, you had a free score there. You just rushed it. You know, take your time. You had 3 or 4 more seconds to let that cut develop with no one on her, and just place it right into her hands in the end zone. Great cut.
Yeah,
the throw wasn't that bad, just a little rushed.
Yeah, it looked like she didn't take a great angle at it, but regardless, that throw has to be made.
Yep. See if Wesleyan can clean up the drops here.
Yep.
Ooh, nice play.
And there's a person running long there for Wesleyan. Instead, they opt to be chilly. Good decision making there by the Wesleyan offense. And again with the long throws, it's been on both teams here so far. They've just kind of turfed them, as it will come up here for Lynch. Lynch for Lunadisc will put it up. Good defense there by the Vicious Circle. So they will opt to slow down, really get set in this horizontal offense. We're gonna rotate it in. We'll put it up. Oh, had that second effort chance, and Smith has a player streaking deep.
Smith's looking to jacket here. Nice key.
Jacket, but need a little more height on that one.
13 read it, jumped right in the line, got the block.
That is Sophia Murtaugh for Wesleyan. So looking for Murtaugh, just out of the reach. And so Smith will take over.
Wind is picking up now.
In the shadow of their own goal. And so So definitely we'll want to put a lot of spin on these throws and keep them nice and short. Murtaugh staying deep. And the throw is dropped. Yeah, especially with this kind of swirling wind, you'll definitely want to keep things short. I understand the huck is fun and it looks fun on the game film, but I think in terms of fundamental offense, as we have another foul call here.
Yeah, but this person that's doing the talking wasn't involved in the play. It was the back here is where the turnover occurred.
Maybe it was a pick.
Yep.
Appears to have not affected the play, and so we will continue. That's Lynch. It goes right through her hands.
25 may be cursed as the field of no catches.
This field brought to you by Butterfingers.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they're official sponsor.
They are. For the record, they are not an official sponsor. But no, that's been the again. That's been the story. And we have a couple players here, and there's a huck and greatest. No chance.
Yeah, it's certainly more difficult to catch in the wind. You know, it can be bouncing some, but
yeah. But regardless, we just seeing throws left and right just to clank off people's hands.
Yeah.
You know, and I wonder how much because the wind is definitely a lot more difficult this game than it was the past game, because it seems to have a kind of a swirling motion. And so Wesleyan will take over here from the near sideline. That is Murtaugh for Wesleyan. We'll throw it up, and good layout attempt, but nothing doing.
Got a long point going here.
Yep, and it is Lynch for Smith. Lynch.
If I'm Smith with this wind, I try to put it all the way downfield towards our end zone.
Yeah, I think
if you don't connect, you know, Wesleyan still has to come up and win 70 yards.
Yeah. It looks like, yeah, I would potentially
even moving it well.
Yeah.
There's the shot.
Yeah, there it is, and just out of the reach, but still, it's just like you said, Mike. They've worked it up nice and chilly. They took that shot, but still, Wesleyan here now has to go 70 yards upwind.
Yep, Smith definitely has the field position advantage here right now.
Yeah, as stall count appears to be getting high, and Smith got just what they wanted.
I gotta be chilly here and convert.
And they and it looks like they just rushed the throw. I think that's yeah, maybe it's nerves, maybe it's adrenaline. I'm not sure what's going on, but it appears to be the case that people are getting right down to the end zone. They're thinking about it and then throwing it away.
Yeah.
And so Wesleyan will get a second straight attempt here to work it up the field, and they will throw it away for the second time in a row. Yeah, it looked like there was a little too much air under that forehand, and Smith will have another glorious opportunity here to make it a 2-0 game.
Nice job getting it off the line to start. Nice throw.
Yeah. Good find there by Smith. And the continuation just outside the goal line. And so with a foot to go, Smith looking to make it 2 breaks in a row. So there appears to be some stagnation in the stack.
Nice patience by Smith.
Yeah. And it is in for the score. That is 2-0 in favor of Lunadisc.
Yeah, that was nice pace and offense by Smith there. Did a good job. Got it turned over in their own end zone. And like you said, with this wind, it's going to be hard for Wesleyan to come out of it. So it does seem to be a bit of an upwind, downwind game right now.
Yeah, so Wesleyan does have the advantage now that they're moving downwind.
Although the wind seems to have turned again.
A bit of a
Tornado type thing, circling around the field.
a bit of a smoothie bowl. Kind of a smoothie or blender type action. And so that is 17 straight breaks we've seen across these two games. It's been a win certainly favoring the defense here, especially because of its unpredictability. If you have a nice light downwind or nice light headwind, could certainly aid the offense, but not today.
I wonder, with club nationals being a week away and a lot of folks playing club at the collegiate level this year, playing on open club teams, I wonder if either of these teams may be missing players. I wonder how many players are impacted this week. I know last year when we had Lobster Pot, it was during club nationals, so like Brown, Somerville Youth, a lot of those college club teams were missing their top players. I wonder if that's impacting Wesleyan at all.
Yep. As the pull from Smith will bounce right around midfield, it is stopped up there and taken over by the offense. Wesleyan will come up with that horizontal look. Cutter looking to find additional, but will instead put it into the turf. And so Smith with an opportunity to make it 3 in a row.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for Smith right here.
Yep. And Lynch here will put a
nice
good
defense by 24.
Good defense there by Smout. Smout for Wesleyan, looking to make a bookends, will instead make the undercut. Opting instead to take the that is a vicious block there by Smith, because it looked to be floating straight into the straight into the hands of number 3 there.
Yep, going over the receiver intended. It was landing for the next. Nice cut.
Good in cut there by Smith. We'll swing it here towards the near sideline. We'll put it in good hands there by number 40. And Smout appears to come up. She appears to be okay. Good strike cut there on the doorstep and just puts it out the reach.
Unfortunate.
Yep. Got all the way there and I know, right idea there from Smith, getting a couple good strike cuts, getting that swinging action there. Just couldn't connect at the end.
Smith needs to dig in here, try to turn him right here.
Yep, and they will get the turnover. They will get the turnover immediately after you mention that, Mike. And so 26 for Smith.
I think Wesleyan needs to look to put it down the field more. If they get it back there, continue to turn it over in their red zone.
Maybe get one or two hucks as Smith will put up here. Good strike cut there.
Pick called. Didn't affect the throw, but it was out of the back of the stack.
Yeah, because it looks like Smith is playing simple fundamental offense, and it's working out really well for them here in the early going. Swing comes to number 26. Tipped. Good last second defense there by number 17.
Yeah, Smith's doing a good job with their movement and their motion. They have at least 2 cuts at every time, so your handler has a couple options, where last game we saw a lot of stagnant, just 1 cut at a time. Makes it harder on an offense.
That will come. That is fielded there by Smout. Smout will throw it away. And Smith with yet another opportunity here to start putting up a quick number. And they would be
good
almost got there and in for the score. That is 2 in a row for number 40, and that is 3 in a row for Smith.
Yeah, Wesleyan's rushing everything right now. As an offensive player, you have to remind yourself you've got 10 seconds to throw for a reason. Get up, right yourself, make sure that everything's clean. If your legs aren't in the right space, your hand position, your arm, you got to be doing everything right to be completing passes, especially on windy days like today. Got to keep that butt low and just throw it to space. Let your receivers make plays.
Yeah, no, because Wesleyan certainly has the pedigree. They've been to nationals the past 3 years in a row. Definitely a force here in Northeastern Ultimate. But yeah, they've looked a little hurried this morning. Looks like they've been looking for that quick strike cut, that quick get it off the line, get off the sideline, and it hasn't been there for them so far.
Yeah, Wesleyan has 12 players here, so you wouldn't think that's their full roster. You wonder if they're every team comes into this tournament with a different mindset in terms of, are we playing to win? Do we want to win this? Are we going for a trophy? Or are we coming here to kind of develop some of our, new players, new to the program, and kind of get them implemented in? So, as announcers, we don't really know kind of what the team's focuses are, but I'm sure Wesleyan's missing some players being here with only 12. Smith has a big roster. They look to have about 25 women, so that could definitely help them out as Wesleyan tries to get back in this game with a comeback.
Yeah, no, it's like you were mentioning during pregame that potentially we're right up against club nationals, we're right up against other things happening in the ultimate community. So you have to wonder if they're just here to kind of use it as a sort of a training sesh. As the pull will come up from left to right across your screen, and that is punted there a little bit by. It will come up. That is a good break cut there, and looks like Smith is coming down in his own look now. A little bit of a
nice D.
Yep. Good job by the mid there.
That looked to be maybe potentially a 4-person cup as well.
Yep. I don't think it was as clearly demarked as it was last game. It looked it could be kind of a 3-person cup with a trailer as Smith will swing it, and it is
traditional cup with short deep.
Yeah. Yeah, someone tailing that dump cut.
Yep, you're right. They're right back into the zone. It is traditional cup, short deep in the middle, 2 wings and a deep.
Yep. Good swing there by Wesleyan, and it will come out down to the far sideline. Yeah, it looks like they're kind of learning on the fly, and the put will come up, and it is caught there just toward the end zone. If she's chilly, and she is, Wesleyan gets one back.
I think you're right. I think Wesleyan has some of their developmental players playing handler, and some of their more skilled players playing upfield to get people comfortable with their throws.
Yeah, that would appear to make sense, especially as you can see with that play, because the first couple throws are kind of shaky, but then once it got into that secondary towards the end zone, they had a couple crisp passes.
Yep, that was a nice answer by Wesleyan. See how Smith reacts, comes back here on offense. This Smith's first offensive point?
That is correct. They had 3 straight breaks to start the game. Yeah, I can see a little bit of coaching going on the Wesleyan. So you have to wonder if there's a more veteran player mixed in with the developmental players. Kind of to bring them up to speed, and then by the time collegiate nationals roll around, that they're ready to go.
Definitely. Using this weekend as an opportunity to instruct the new players, get them up to speed.
Yeah, because really it's one of the only times you'll get that chance to get outdoor ultimate before the spring, especially here in New England, where we're only 1 or 2 weeks removed away from ski season.
Yeah, indoor training is coming up pretty rapidly.
Yeah, which is super helpful, but it's not the same.
No, not at all.
As the pull will come up here from Murtaugh, and that is out the sideline. Looked like it might have caught the wind a little bit. And so Smith's offense will start here from center field. We'll start here from the center of the field. And so they are. Seeing that person look, it looked like it was kind of an unintentional pick set there by the Wesleyan defender, making Smith have to take a longer route. And so we'll get to see what Wesleyan's D has to do, and Murtaugh will put it long.
Oh, good great bid.
That was an excellent bid there but just coming up short. And Swift will take it on back. Huck is there.
Ooh,
Again,
maybe a little dangerous there. But
looking
nice
for that,
bid.
you know, kind of a bid into the
Oh, nice.
good. Looked to be a little bit congested, but it all works out in the end. As Smith will take it over. We have a push pass dump, and the flick is left just short. So if I were Smith, you had that excellent movement there on the D line. So here on the O line, I think just a little bit more, but they'll get an opportunity. They got an opportunity here to punch it in.
Yeah, they're taking their shots and setting themselves up in good field position.
And so they go with that horizontal look, and I like the ISO as Smith will punch it in. It is 4-1.
Yeah, Smith seemed to have some of their newer developmental players in there. It'll be interesting to see how the captains or the coaches run the lines in terms of, you want your new players in there, but you want some people in there that can help them move the disc. You don't want 7 raw people out there on the field going through a long point. But Smith's ability to continue attacking down the field has been putting Wesleyan in bad field positions, and they're getting turnovers short in the red zone and then easy scores. Be interesting to see what adjustments Wesleyan makes here.
Yeah. But no, to go back to that play for just a second. No, I really like the way Smith set it up. They had everyone stacking the field, and then they had 4 players run one way, and then then they had the kind of moving ISO
coming right to the open cone.
Yeah. And so here in the early goings, it is 4-1 in favor of Luna Disc.
Wind is picked up, and when it does, it is cold.
It is certainly nippy, and the way you can beat the cold is with a Breakmark hoodie. Now for just $65 at the Breakmark Ultimate Store. Also selling Breakmark merchandise here at the Wainwright Sports Complex here in South Portland, Maine. We have a hand.
Wesleyan's ready for the pull.
That disc will come up and roll down the field. It is a good one.
That's what you want to do here.
Yeah,
now you can't take that middle. You have to start on the sideline right there, and you can really cut down the field. I was watching Molly Brown Fury clips, and Fury was intentionally rolling it to the sideline so they could get there and set up their trap cup on the sideline. It's a good strategy, especially in a windy day like this, because pulling it out of bounds in the air is just free, great field position for the other team.
Yep. Smith playing some strategic ultimate and getting a quick turn here, and so now they have a chance.
It's a nice throw.
That was a really great throw. But the connection just wasn't there at the end, and so Wesleyan will get another chance here.
That was nice. Threw it right to space. The cutter went right into that space, just couldn't connect.
Yep. Good rotational movement there from Wesleyan. Looking to put it up, but no one looked like.
See, again, that's rushed. Two more seconds, and you've got a completion down the field.
Yeah, looked to be a little rushed. Looked to be a little bit of miscommunication there with the middle and the wing. And that will come up and around, but it is
Nice
read and
defense.
intercepted. Sorry, not intercepted. Knocked down.
Go long right away.
And looking for those bookends, she will grab it just short of the end zone. And we'll put it up, and it's caught. It is.
I don't know if she caught it. It might have hit the ground before she.
Completed
the catch.
No, it did hit the ground. You're correct.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity right there for Wesleyan.
Yeah, again, it looked to be just rush. She had two open women and opted to rush a forehand.
This player's got a good flick.
Yep.
No cuts right there. No movement.
Yeah, there seemed to be some confusion as to whether that was up or down, but regardless, you still have to start moving. Good movement there from Wesleyan.
Oh, nice look.
Nice continuation throw and turns it. Yeah, it looked to be again just looked to be rushed.
Throwing a flick there when been better to throw a backhand. It wouldn't have curved away. Would have curved back into the receiver.
I understand you can that maybe a flick's more comfortable, but no, you're right. That was that definitely called for a backhand. But Smith will look to backhand. Oh, good,
great tee by 25.
Good poach there. You could see her reading that reading that throw and just hanging back a bit. And so Wesleyan with an excellent opportunity to.
They're going to go spread here, go back into their hoe. Actually, they're going to come into vertical now.
Yeah, it looks like they've
keep one handler out.
Yeah, looking for that first look and could not come down with it.
Read well by the receiver. She saw those going up and over, but couldn't connect. If I'm Smith, I jack it here. Send it far down the field, make him come down. There's been too many red zone turnovers. Stack is bunched.
Definitely. And said they opt to swing it. They opt to swing it, but no. Definitely throw a hammer something long. There we go. And it comes up and over, and it is going to roll. And so Wesleyan will have to work it up the field if they want to cut this lead in half.
Nice cuts.
Good rotational movement.
Nice grab.
And 17 is just running free out the back end.
Great job by the receiver there to holster that rather than jack it right away.
Yep, and it is up and just off the fingertips of the running receiver.
Good throw, good cut.
But still excellent field possession here for Wesleyan. If they're able to hold. Smith will have to work the full 70 yards if they want to add their lead here. Cutter will come out from the back of the stack. Excellent movement there from the stack.
Nice reset.
Good find and good catch. Throw appeared to be falling into no woman's land, and Smith was able to save. And the hawk comes up and over the top and just out of the reach of everyone. Yeah, I think we're just a couple throws removed to see Smith just absolutely jack one.
Yep.
And look for that full field hawk.
Wesleyan was able to move it nice from here last time. Let's see what they do here.
Wesleyan stagnated a little,
taking advantage of their height.
Yeah, I like the way. So you could see there number 25. And running onto the disc did not require the layout, and it is 4-2.
That was nice work right there.
Yeah, good patient ultimate. Comes off with the score.
Smith.
That is correct.
Wesleyan Steeline's back on the field. Smith needs a couple more players.
Looks like we just need one more for Smith. And there we go. We are all set. But no, I like the way Wesleyan really worked it up the field. That they were nice and methodical, not looking to take that deep look. That they were just working it under. Nice swings, nice patient throws, and it paid off in the end.
I agree. They're staying patient. They're staying with what they want to do rather than panicking and just starting to make decisions that they usually wouldn't make. I mean, nobody loses a game that starts 3-0. There's a lot of game left, a lot of time left. Like you said, Wesleyan has the pedigree, so we'd expect them to get back into this game here.
And especially with the wind being the way it is.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for Wesleyan to have a good pull here. pin Smith back and score on a short field.
Looks like they're really taking their time with defense. So I wonder if we'll see a zone look here. You know, especially if they're able to get that pull right down by the end zone.
Wouldn't be a bad idea, especially with the wind probably being as forceful as it has so far this game, right here on this point.
You know, maybe try and instead of forcing towards the middle, try and force towards the near sideline here, where the wind is blowing. Try and get that disc up and into the wind.
Yep, have them push it out.
That is the pull there from Murtaugh. It is a good one. It is caught there by Luna. They'll throw it up. Oh, a little bit floaty there. That throw will come up and
let it roll.
It appears as if Smith will indeed let it roll.
I like that right there by Smith. These guys now have to go 60. These ladies have to go 68 yards down the field. You've got good field position. Dig in on D and try to get the short field turn.
Yep. Good layout bid there.
She's made a number of electric layout bids. Athletic player.
Here comes the strike just off the fingertips. But again, Smith, if they're able to hold, they have that excellent field position.
Wesleyan wants the deep look here.
Oh, and they're going to take it. And looking for Murtaugh, and she will not get there.
Good read on the disc. Good defense by Smith.
Yeah, that look will come up just off the hands.
That's multiple times now we've seen that the receiver is not looking at the disc. They're just kind of expecting to catch it, you know, not watching it into their hands.
Yeah, I wonder if they're potentially thinking about the next throw. If they're taking it, they're just taking the catch for granted. And looking for Sarah there. Just unable to do so. And so Smith looking to get that inside out.
Nice play.
Or sorry, that outside in, and in for the score. As an excellent find, excellent continuation there, and it is 5-2 in favor of Smith.
I do believe that Wesleyan is intentionally having some of their less veteran throwers pick up the disc for developmental purposes.
Well, regardless, they're getting good movement. All the looks are there. It just appeared to be a step slow.
Yep. That was a big point. That was a big swing. Have the opportunity to get it to 4-3. Smith gets the break, goes to 5-2.
And again, at Wesleyan, they're going to have to work it. So they're going to have to work across window up here on this point. And it's going to be tough. So Smith really putting themselves in in good position with that huck and stuff defense.
Yeah, this has been a strong D-line for Smith so far this game as well.
Yep. So you can see right in front of us. You can see a little bit of coaching going on with Wesleyan. So yeah, you have to wonder if they're putting their developmental players out there here early in the tournament.
Yep, they're working with the handler on the sideline that just had the turnover about some proper technique, which is great to see because at this age in the stage of the game, it still is very developmental. I mean, this is a lifelong sport that you can play forever.
Punch cakes. And the pull will come up for Smith, and it is just near midfield as Wesleyan will look to work it up to a wing. Good
nice
midfield, looking for that continuation, and it is not there. It was the right idea. It looked like Smout had to step on her defender, but it looked like the forehand was a little blady.
Yep.
Good in cut there, but but just unable to find the angle, and so
You know, as a thrower on a turn like that, the first throw you see isn't always the best throw. You've got to be able to see the whole field.
Wesleyan not taking a whole lot of good layout bid, but just unable to come down with the catch.
Nice throw by the thrower as well. Smith is definitely taking advantage, is winning the field position battle in this game. When they're getting a turn on D, they're usually looking to put it long.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a crucial part of.
Oh, good bid trying to toe the line there.
Yeah, good, nice toe drag swag there, but just
expect Smith to go right at the end zone right off the bat.
That is correct, and in for the score. And it is 6-2 in favor of Smith.
Nice throw and cut right there.
Yeah, pretty simple formula, but it's working for them so far.
6-2. Looks like we got a timeout here.
That maybe try and hold the momentum a little bit.
Yep, Wesleyan's trying to kind of regroup here. Let's settle down a bit, adjust to what Smith is doing. I mean, Smith's taking this game to them.
Yeah, no. If you look over here to our right, you can see Wesleyan going over some proper throw techniques. Going over. Yes, yep. You can see working on some forehand technique. Maybe try and drop that angle on the forehand. Flick your wrist a little bit more. All solid fundamentals. I'm all about it.
This is what we do with our middle school players at Greeley. It's indoors, and you're just sitting there. Do it. Even that's the number one thing in this sport. Obviously, you got to train. You've got to do the fitness, but you've got to throw daily. You've got to be throwing 100 backhands, 100 forehands a day, and just really working on that routine. And it's not just upper body. It's getting your lower body into it, getting in the right position to throw. Because like you said, anybody can throw a frisbee indoor. Then you get outside. But if you have a good base and you've got the fundamentals down, you can start to deal with the weather better.
Yeah, and even then, working on trying getting that angle change, that point of release, getting those low throws, those high throws. Because even if you get those 100 throws a day and you get it all releasing from the same point, it's easy defense.
Yeah,
you hold your hands there and
exactly.
Not a whole lot going, but no, all good stuff from what we've seen so far. Smith's game plan of playing defense close to the zone, then hucking it, and trying to get good field position, it's really paid off for them.
It has. The old huck and play D, and it's putting Wesleyan in bad field position, and from what it appears, Wesleyan is trying to develop some throwers, and then you don't have your strong throwers with a disc in the hands, and your back is against your end zone. That's a recipe for disaster, and Smith's been taking advantage of it.
But regardless, you could see from the body language of the Wesleyan players, they're not
things that they want to accomplish on the weekend. Some are coming in, and we want to win it all. Some are coming in like, hey, we just want to have fun. We've got these new players. We want to get them to build your program for something special once the spring hits.
I mean, and regardless, it's a weekend of Ultimate in Portland, Maine.
You can't beat that.
No, you can't beat it. And the weather's been perfect, so.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a fantastic tournament put on by Maine Ultimate. There used to be nothing like this in the fall for college Ultimate teams, especially back in the day. I mean, you didn't really have opportunities to play tournaments in the fall, and Maine Ultimate having this on an annual basis is a really great starter tournament for programs kind of resetting the dial for the 2019-2020 season and just getting out here and getting people early reps because, I mean, what are we? Mid to late October, kids have been back in school for about a month and a half, and then you've got some people on your teams that have never played Ultimate Frisbee before, and this is a great opportunity to get out here in a low-stress environment because it's very different when you're playing in like a sectional or a regional tournament or a national tournament. You can just come out here, have fun, learn this new sport, and for the veterans, just get continued reps and build up the rookies and get ready for the spring. It's win-win for everybody, regardless of results.
Yeah, and especially on a wonderful sports complex like we have here at Wainwright. it's the first time that I can remember that the whole entire complex has been utilized just for the tournament.
Yeah. You know, how many tournaments you go to where they have 36 lined fields running? Not many.
Yeah.
You know, we're lucky to have this space here in Maine.
You know, especially north of sectionals or sorry, south of sectionals or regionals.
Yeah, my children had a big soccer tournament in Gray New Gloucester last weekend, and we were at like 5 different locations. You know, we had to go to the fairgrounds, the high school, the middle school. It's pretty neat to have all this ultimate being played. You know, 36 games going on at the same time, right in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
Is this half?
Perhaps it is. Either half or Ultimate's longest timeout.
I don't think it doesn't feel like a timeout. Are these games to 11 in this poll potentially? Half at 6, because I don't think we missed a score.
I don't believe we did either. But yeah, and you get that opportunity to. But yeah, and you get that opportunity to check out the food scene here in Portland. You get to go see a little bit of the surrounding area.
Oh, I bet these games are to 11 because these are the women's select division is 12 teams, 2 pools of 6, games running from 9 to 5:15. So I suspect these games having more teams, they probably decided to have the game.
That having those games at 13, having those games at 15, that really starts to wear down on you. So.
Yeah, and these are shorter rounds than the last game we had was 90 minutes. These rounds are 75 minutes. So yeah, it would appear that they're 11.
Yeah. It looks like Wesleyan really working on their throws. So.
Who has the disc coming out of half?
I believe it's Wesleyan pulling to Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, Smith pulled from the left of your screen.
Smith's not really worrying about anything at halftime. They're just kind of hanging out, getting ready for the second half.
Well, I mean, and again, it's like Dartmouth. The last game you saw, that pretty much everything's been going right for them so far. You know, they've been doing a solid job. You know, really keeping with their women on defense. You know, and making sure not to give up that big play.
Now that's a good point. There's been tight person defense going on this entire game. We've seen a bunch of blow by Ds, a few layout bids. Looks like teams are bringing it in right now, preparing for the second half. Yeah, Wesleyan is taking this time at half to instruct, which is nice to see.
Yeah. So I have to wonder if I'm Wesleyan here, if I want to take away that deep look for Smith, you know, play a little, you know, maybe play a little bit off the disc, you know, try and force a little more straight up.
Or do you throw them into a zone, or zone to a man just to stop that play from developing and start make them swing it back and forth before they can take that long shot? But you're right, they need to come up with something that stops that long look from Smith, because Smith, when they get it and they've got space, they're looking to put it deep.
I mean, and it's worked for Smith, so I wouldn't change it until Wesleyan forces them into something different. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Dude, these
back to the second half of Ultimate Action between Wesleyan Vicious Disc and Smith Luna Disc. It has been a waxing offense here for Smith. And they have started to put up a crooked number on Wesleyan. It is 6-2 here. Employing a strong huck and stuff defense. Wesleyan will look to counter here in the second half of action. I'm Phineas Danielson, joined here by Mike.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Wesleyan really spent the half kind of working out some kinks, talking about kind of what they want to do from an adjustment perspective, where it seemed Smith may have rested on their laurels a little bit, kind of just hung out. We'll see if that has any effect here in the second half.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning the pregame, and as you were mentioning throughout the half, you have to wonder if Wesleyan's star players are perhaps elsewhere, if they're playing club, if they're maybe taking the weekend off, just going home, getting some R&R. Wesleyan calling for the disc. They will pull from left to right across your screen. Smith will start on offense, and if they're so it'll be interesting to see how Wesleyan will come out on defense. They're going Smith will be going downwind, so I don't think they'll come out with a zone here. But again, you have to wonder if only to stop that huck and go offense, if they'll try and run out with a zone look here. We'll get some last second.
Yeah, they look like they're coming out in person.
Wonder what type of offense Smith will counter with. If they'll look for more of a vertical look.
Yeah, I think the last time their offense they ran with that T look, right, where they were stacked vertical in the middle and then had three handlers across.
They had that 4-3.
Yep. If they do that again, Wesleyan's players that are on the wing handlers, you can shut that down pretty easily by kind of just poaching the lane and stopping all that vertical flow coming up the middle. Yeah, you'll give up a throw to the wing, but
and the pull is up. Quick swing right here at number 4.
Wesleyan and man and Smith in a vertical stack.
Good one-handed grab from.
There it is, deep shot.
The deep shot read there by number 25, just over her head though, and it will come down for Smith, and they are on the doorstep. Good dump here, and it will come down for 16. First strike, good bailout cut there by number 4, instead opting to go to the second number 4. And it'll come down for 4 and in for the score.
I gotta tell you, Smith looks really good.
Smith is having their offense is really patient. Really patient. They're waiting for those cuts. They're not pushing stuff, and it's paid out in a big way for them. It is 7-2 in favor of Luna Disc.
They've got great movement. They're spacing the field. They're all pushing together, pushing up the field as the disc moves, and their handlers are kind of offset to the break side and kind of far away. And then as that breaks down, they cut into the middle of the field and get the upline dub cup, and then they look to huck from there, and it's been working to perfection.
Yeah, because it seemed like they modified that T look on the cut instead to not have those handlers in the middle of the field and kind of shunt them towards the side and open up the field more.
Yep.
And it seems like everyone knows their role really well, and it's paying off.
Yeah, they're performing as a well-oiled machine here pretty early in the season. They've cleaned up the drops, and Wesleyan's having a hard time staying with their cutters.
And so we will get the first look at Smith's defensive line here in the second half.
This looks like a good line from Wesleyan. Some of the newer folks that they've been putting through are out this time. We'll see if they're trying to put a top line on here and trying to answer back, get it to 7-3.
And the pull will come up from Smith. And will come down and roll. Good stop there. And looks to be a sort of a diamond defense here from from Smith. Or
like a modified 1-3-3. Taking turns being the point in the zone.
Well, whatever it is, it worked out for them as
Unforced error by Wesleyan.
And immediately will put up that huck, but it will come down, and good defensive read there by Wesleyan. And they will set it up from their own. No, you're again that unforced error, but yeah, it appears to be Smith had set up in that 1-3-3 where they would set up in a line and each person would go in and mark a cutter. Unforced error there from Smith with a good opportunity. It looked like it just threw it behind the cutter a smidge, and so
Wesleyan needs to get out of their own red zone here. They need to look to push it down the field.
And push it down they do, but nobody home as the far cutter looks to be looking to make an in-cut. And so Smith will get a chance looking for that big huck. Instead will come across field. Good undercut there by Smith. Looking to work it up that far sideline. Instead we'll make that strike cut. Good bid, and
Wonder if she was in or out of bounds over there. Calling herself out.
She's calling herself out. Good sportsmanship there from Smith. But an excellent bid opportunity. Yeah, it looks like their defense is almost like a typewriter. That you have the individual keys, the individual parts kind of clamped down on the disc as the disc is swung across the field.
Yep. Wesleyan with another deep shot.
Good find. And if she's patient here, she'll and look to be a little give and go, and
Great
it will
work.
come down for 17, and it is in for the score. It is 7-3.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice disc movement by Wesleyan there.
Yeah, it looks like they got that one pop up and over the top, and then had some give and go action.
And like you said, Murtagh showed good patience right there. Earlier in the game, they would have thrown that immediately down the field into a turnover. Wait, reset yourself, move it down the field for the score.
Yeah, it looked like they were looking. Yeah, it looks like they were. Yeah, it looks like they were looking for that deep put immediately, but they showed excellent patience there by just waiting it out, and then she made an excellent cut to come into that same third of the field.
Yep.
And easy peasy score.
So Rich Young wants us to talk up Tokay cleats as well as break mark. Tokay is a new ultimate frisbee cleat, new to the market. We actually had a player from Dartmouth wearing some of their cleats in the first game that he purchased here at Attorney Central because he left his cleats at home.
Yeah, and I had a chance to check out some Tokay cleats over from the merchant. They appear to be excellent. I think they are. So you have. As the Ultimate grows in popularity, you have more of those Ultimate specific cleats starting to show up. You have Universe Point, but Tokay cleat is making their inroads into the market in a big way.
Definitely. What did you go with as your cleat of choice in your playing days?
So I went with football cleats.
I was a soccer cleat guy.
Yeah, no, I was more of a cutter, so I wanted more of that ankle support.
Yep.
But that's what I like about Tokay is that they have that low profile, but still offering that ankle support.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of best of both worlds. As
short pull.
Yeah, as Smith will come with a vertical look here, and that will come in right to the cutter, and she will swing it right on back. Good strike cut.
Smith is having great movement.
Yeah, and Smith. So what I know is that their body positioning is they're not allowing.
Their handler resets have been nice.
Yeah, that was a nice. Looked to be a little risky, and it looked like the
player's not injured.
Yeah.
Might have a foul call here too. She had positioning, but it looks like she might have got the body before the frisbee got there, but she looks to be injured, unfortunately.
Appears to be a
ankle injury or a knee.
I hope it's just an ankle. Oh, it appears to be a. So Murtaugh will come into the game for Wesleyan, but no, hope she's okay. It looked like she might have come down awkwardly on that knee, going because it looked like she swung for the disc, missed, and then landed awkwardly on that knee. But
I just texted Rich to see if we can get a trainer over here. Fortunately, we've got about 6 to 7 trainers here today, so we'll get somebody out here soon.
yep. And the throw will look to make that crossfield huck is unable to go. Good defense there from Wesleyan. The throw just hung up a little bit too long for the in cutter, and now it's Wesleyan looking to make that deep throw. Yep. And so Wesleyan will work it up the field and will throw it. Good reach around grab there from Wesleyan, and it is 7-4.
Yeah, Wesleyan has improved their play here in the second half.
No, definitely good.
What's up, man? How you doing?
It was they seem to they seem to be using Smith's own poison against them, kind of that huck and go offense, but it
yeah, that was nice there. Get the turn in the end zone, work it all the way down the field. This will be a big D point right here for Wesleyan if they want to try and claw their way back into this game.
Appears as if the medical staff is on the way for the injured player. Yeah, because it seemed like a pretty innocuous play to begin with, but she just kind of came up gimpy. So this is you have to think this is a pretty big point for Wesleyan here, because if they're able to get the turn, they're only down by 2 with plenty of game left, 25 and change.
That's wrong. I put 90 minutes on. It was only supposed to be 75.
Sorry, slight correction. There are 10 minutes left, as opposed to 25. So good job by Wesleyan to get down and put some pressure. Swing is there for Smith. They will complete that throw, looking to make an upfield flick. She'll fake it, but will instead opt to go with a crossfield backhand that is off the fingertips of number 40, and it will fall all the way in. So even though they're looking for that short swing, it ends up working out in the end for Smith. And so Wesleyan again will have to work it most of the way up the field if they are going to make this a 2-score game. The swing is unable to be completed, and so Smith will take over in the shadow of their own end zone.
Tough place to turn the disc over.
Yeah. And in for the score. Good flick look there from Smith, and it is 8-4. Smith will
got medical staff coming for the Wesleyan player.
Excellent. Excellent stuff. We hope that she's okay. Yeah, it would really be a shame to injure yourself so early in the season.
It's a physical sport, man. You see people dropping it every single tournament you go to. Just gotta hope it's nothing major. Roll an ankle, rehab it, get back out there as quick as you can. See if Wesleyan can answer here. Just in this game.
Because we've definitely seen their offense has the capability as the pull will come on the other end. Good work there by the Wesleyan handler. We'll give it on up to the midfield, looking to put that huck, and she is all alone.
Nice read.
It was an excellent read, an even better grab. I'll give it up to number 25 and is in for the score. And so it is 8-5 in favor of Smith.
Wesleyan needs to stop here if they want to fight back into this game.
Yeah, that was an excellent answer there from Wesleyan, able to work it up the field.
Yeah, both teams think are making it a notice to attack down the field right now, open up that long game.
Yeah, no, because you've definitely seen Wesleyan start to turn away from that methodical offense, looking more to kind of put up those deep looks, those lower percentage throws.
Yep.
But it's paying out for them. They do. It appears as if they have a small height advantage over Smith, and it is paid off. Paid off in some way.
Smith's been pretty controlled and methodical on offense. It's going to put the onus on Wesleyan to come in here and force a turn. I don't think Smith is just going to give him something here. If they give him anything, it's going to be a turnover down the field. If they're going to want to attack on a short field here, they're going to have to force a turnover here in the first 20 yards, get down on this pull.
Yeah, because Smith's short game has been excellent. That they've been able to find those open cuts, and haven't been hesitating. They've been able to just take the short throw where it's been given, and it's paid off for them, especially on the scoreline being 8-5 here.
Looks like we have a newbie with the pull.
Because we've seen her in the handler role. And it is an extremely short field for Smith here.
Yeah, Wesleyan's definitely focusing on development, which is great. I mean, that's their focus this weekend. We're going to get our new players up to speed.
Yeah. looked like number 4 for and throw came up and went right back down. Appears as if the good find there. But
we got a huck coming here.
Yep, and unable to make that final throw. Looked like
got a nice roll. Got another 10 yards out of it on the turn.
Yep. And so
nice job.
It appears that she really likes that deep look. And she'll put it up and looked like the pressure might have gotten to her there. Right?
You can only jam it down the line so many times before it leads to a turnover.
Yeah, as that will come off for Suyeon. And she will look to find that midfield cut.
Nice throw, nice catch.
Yeah. Wesleyan showing good fundamentals. And opts to look like that might have just been turned good luck, but it was just a bit long.
It's been paying off for Smith all day. You know, they've got him on their goal line right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they turn him over here in the next couple throws and get that short score again. That huck and play D philosophy has worked to Smith's advantage this game.
Though I love that. And again, it's as you said. Wesleyan turns it over right in the shadow of Smith's goal line.
A call here potentially.
Might have been was it a foul? Because it looked like there was a lot of arm movement, but the throw didn't go particularly far. So I'm wondering if it was a potential interference. Potential foul. It appears that is the case. And so we will reset. Wesleyan gets to keep the disc. She was looking for that same third huck, and they turn it over. So about a yard from, actually no, from within their own end zone. So Smith will actually have to. Oh, she was wide open.
Yeah,
there.
she was.
And instead, they opt to go with the second look, and it is 9-5 in favor of the Lunadisc.
Ooh, getting a little chilly.
The wind is starting to pick up here at the Wainwright Field Sports Complex. You know how you can combat the wind with some gear from Breakmark. They offer full and partial sublimation packages starting at just $65. Although if you're looking for something just a little more basic, you can go with a reversible hoodie for just $35, reversible tank for just $25. So we are working here.
Well, we got everything down there for sale, right? Lobster Pot discs, Lobster Pot shirts, sweatshirts, everything. Food trucks. Maine Ultimate runs a top-notch event when they put on a tournament.
And Lobster Pot is certainly no exception. And it looks like
What are they asking to do?
looks like Wesleyan's Wesleyan's trying to put the mercy rule on here. They're calling for a universe point here. Smith is up 9-5.
I think we're at the time cap.
Yeah, what a way to make a living. So. Oh, correct. We are. We're right up against the cap. And as talented as Wesleyan is, I don't think they're going to make a comeback here in the last couple minutes.
No. Great game by Smith.
Yeah. Excellent pressure on defense. Excellent movement on offense. Excellent game plan from the coaching staff. As the pole will sit up right around midfield. And Wesleyan will bring their offense out onto the field.
This player in the middle, handler for Wesleyan's very talented. He's been playing behind the disc, letting some of the newbies get some touches, but certainly a strong player.
Appeared to be a little bit of a communication breakdown. And the pull there by Murtaugh goes just outside the goal line. And Smith will have to work it all the way up the field if they are wanting to. And a good lane poach there by Wesleyan, and they'll throw it in for the
nice
score.
Play. Nice grab by Murtaugh.
A quick turnaround offense there by Wesleyan, and the final score here is 9-6.
That was a well-played game.
It was good.
A few drops in the middle of beginning of the game, but they cleaned that up. There's good flow on both sides. Some nice deep shots in the wind. It was a good game.
Yeah, so we could see right in front of us. We had a Smith player run across the field and hurl a pile of sweatshirts at the sideline. It's been that type of day. But yeah, excellent job by Smith. They showed real good fundamental ultimate. And we will be back at so you will switch over to the next live stream. That will be at 12:15. So that will be at 12:15. We'll discontinue and we will be back with more Maine Ultimate.